every student that passes through the university system sees him or herself as having a responsibility to go out there and make a little difference.
I like to think that there is such a thing as a UP person, right? People who are able to function in this time in a multicultural, multinational, multi-ethnic and racial environment and just get on with it. And that's why I think UP is a very special place to be.
Each year we graduate over 12,000 professionals for the South African economy, and they make a difference. Our students are likely to be leaders in their communities, in business, in government, and we may have from among our students a future president of the country. The University of Pretoria is the largest research-intensive university in this country and indeed on the African continent. We also have the widest range of academic programs. We have some programs that are quite unique on the continent, such as our veterinary science program. We also have the largest school of engineering. We cover all the disciplines you can think about: law, theology, management, humanities, arts, education, and of course there's our business school in Johannesburg, GIBS, or the Gordon Institute of Business Science.
A lot of people talk about producing a workforce, experience, quality of people going into the labour market, but I think it goes beyond that in terms of producing the intelligentsia for any society, providing space for people to think about complex problems, and creating an opportunity for young people to really explore their ideas and knowledge bases.
What we are doing here is training to the highest level with a clear understanding of where the international boundaries lie, where the benchmarks are. And I believe that here at UP we are training at a truly international level.
We need to also train them in such a way that when students leave, they become ambassadors of the University of Pretoria, but also they conduct research that responds to the needs of the community, but it's also to the needs of industry.
The University of Pretoria produces solid students with attributes to meaningfully enter the world out there.
Interdisciplinary is research. You get a doctor, you get an entomologist, you get a chemical engineer working together to find a solution to malaria. That makes it fun as well, because the way they think and the things they know and what you know, putting it all together, sometimes 1 + 1 is much more than 2.
This transdisciplinary research has a very strong focus on working science with society rather than science for society.
Our vets can be out in the field and help the farmer produce the maximum amount of food from that animal. That has an overall impact on the welfare of the country in terms of nutrition, but also on the economics of the country.
You're solving real problems in the real world, and hence you're making a major impact in South African society, helping industries to become more efficient, and your research also helps you to make a contribution to the international space because you can tell people about the work that you're doing and how it's helping the industries in South Africa and of course international companies as well.
Because we are in Pretoria, we are ideally located to engage in real politics in real life with actual decision makers. A lot of our research can speak directly to policy, and it feeds directly into the decisions that are made both in this country but also that are made by other African countries.
Oftentimes when people ask me, why has this, call it experiment, been so incredibly successful, I say, I think the first thing is that we are an incredibly diverse community. People from all over South Africa, all over Africa, and all over the world means that different cultures are mixing, getting to know each other, thinking differently.
I wanted to be at the best university that can offer me the best education and the best sport, and University of Pretoria took the cup. There's the track, there's the high performance center, they have coaches available to you, they have everything you need as an athlete to be the best athlete you can be.
To experience the holistic student life, it's quite important that people do form part of some kind of artistic endeavor.
We have students in class who come from extremely different backgrounds, and they're learning, they're living together. Most important, they're engaging together.
Growing up, I didn't have exposure to other races and cultures, but when I came to the university, I was so shocked at the many different people that I actually met and so many similarities that we actually have. And yeah, my perceptions have actually changed because of the people I've met here.
I like RES because you get to be a part of a tradition and a culture. It adds on to the student life.
There's student support where you can go for a program where they teach you how to study, how to approach things, and just help with bridging the gap between university and high school.
Every student that passes through the university system sees him or herself as having a responsibility to go out there and make a little difference.
I like to think that there is such a thing as a UP person, right? People who are able to function in this very difficult time in a multicultural, multinational, multi-ethnic and racial environment and just get on with it. And that's why I think UP is a very special place to be.
Each year we graduate over 12,000 professionals for the South African economy, and they make a difference. Our students are likely to be leaders in their communities, in business, in government, and we may have from among our students a future president of the country.
Mr. Vice Principal, I introduced you Denise Frick, who has complied with the requirements for the degree DPhil Human Movement Sciences with the thesis entitled Habitus, Values and Mindfulness Among Elite Athletes, prepared under my supervision. In her thesis, Habitus, Values and Mindfulness Among Elite Athletes, the Promivenda explored the possible impact that habits, values and mindfulness can have on the athlete's achievement of success. The study found a triadic relationship exists among habits, values and mindfulness in the sport context. Correlations were found between certain habits, values and mindfulness variables. Athletes from different performance levels, elite